All right. I'm here with Dean and Joann Shanklin. Great customers of ours. We've done several projects for them over the years. I think starting back in 2011, probably.
I don't know.
Something like that. They actually saw an ad we ran in the Otana paper, just a small little ad, called us for a landscape consultation, and here we are, 15 years later, roughly? 10 years later? Um, yeah, done several projects for them. Great customers. So,
Yeah.
I guess with that, what was like the main reason for getting a hold of us? I know it was many years ago, but in general, I mean, you've had a few different projects. We've done what for you? Patio.
Yeah. Well, like you said, we have a really large yard, and I was wanting to do some landscaping here and there. And at that same time, like you said, Darren, um, I saw your ad in the newspaper. And so I thought, well, I'll call them. And I'd like to meet them first of all. So I called your number and asked if somebody could come out. And you, Darren, and Gary came out.
His dad.
Pardon?
Gary is Darren's dad.
Yeah. And so right away we felt that you were really friendly and we liked what you had to say and you gave us some ideas. And you also were good listeners because you asked us what we had in mind and did we have any goals, any main goals or anything. So a bit later, then, like I say, we felt comfortable with you. And we decided the first project would be the patio behind our garage.
Which is what we're on right now, actually.
So we called you and you came out and you helped us decide on the size of the patio. And you also recommended a short wall along two sides of the patio that would provide extra seating places. And you also guided us as to what the best color of the pavers would be that would look the best with our home.
Mm-hmm.
And so you came and started out, and we thought that you all were really good workers, and you did just quality work, we felt. Every day they pick up behind themselves. If there's dirt in the sidewalk or on the driveway, they sweep it up and they pick up all their tools and just organize everything at the end of the day. And also, if there's rain in the forecast, they cover the project up because if it clears overnight, they'll be able to work in the morning. So we appreciated that. And whenever they said they'd be here and at what time, that's the way it was. We appreciated that too.
Were you skeptical at all about having us do the project for you?
I don't think we were after visiting with you and your dad and looking at some of the pictures of other things you did and what you laid out for us back here on the patio. We just said, well, let's give it a shot and see what happens. And all went well. And obviously, you've been back several times. And, very good group of people to work with, but everything that Joann says is kind of a no-brainer. Every time we're going to do something new or different, we know where to go and get a first-class job done.
Perfect. All right. That's it. After we were done with the first project, or any of them really, what was the best thing about having us do the project for you?
Okay, we appreciated your good workmanship. And we could see that you were honest and you were friendly, you were easy to work with. I expected quality workmanship, and I think that's what we got.
Okay.
So The next project was a little bit bigger. We have a circle drive in front of our house, and I had the center of that all filled with perennials. Came and started digging in our dirt, and one thing led to another, and I showed him a picture in a magazine of kind of what I was thinking of, and so between us, we kind of tweaked it, and it really doesn't look like the magazine at all. But yeah, Darren had an eye for how the dry riverbed would be. And I know he said one day he looked at me and I had a puzzled look on my face.
I was just going to mention the bigger boulders we're using on the creek bed. I
Yeah.
remember you're a little concerned about them being out of place. I remember that conversation very well.
So I looked a bit puzzled, I guess. Is
Little
this-
concerned, maybe.
Yeah, right. I think I could hear Darren say, "Just trust me,"
I believe I did say that.
and I did, and it turned out just perfect. And then this bridge thing. I wanted the bridge to be angled a little bit and set so it looked good when we looked out the windows of our house. And so, and this, Darren, I think it's really important to Darren to have a good crew, and he did. And even one of the members of the crew laid down on the ground and as if he were the bridge, and he and I ran in the house to see if I liked that angle, and it worked out great. And like I said, you hadn't done a bridge before, but you searched it out and you found a bridge and placed it, and it looks very, very well. Really, really nice. And people that come here, they say, who did your landscaping here?" So we tell them, and we get a lot of comments on it. Positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Sounds good. So last question. Throughout the whole experience, I guess, did you have a good experience, and would you recommend us to other people looking to have some landscaping done?
Well, my feeling on that, after everything that my wife has said, it's kind of a no-brainer that we would go back to Peters. And the project that Joann talked about out in front with the dry riverbed, after that, a few years, we redid the whole front of the garage and incorporated that riverbed through that addition and down across the property in the backyard. So everything that kind of flows right through, and we're very much appreciated with that, and kind of goes with our decor out here in the country, being a mountain home or a country home out west or whatever. And now we just finished this redoing the retaining wall in the back and the steps going down, and this year we're trying to put a railing on there, and probably redo this back deck and put a railing on that. I think we probably know who's going to do the railing work, don't we?
Yes.
All right. So
Well,
you do.
yeah.
We like happy customers, so that's
What
all.
was that?
They're
We
getting
like
to
our
be
happy customers happy, so
Yeah.
the whole crew is getting to be like family for us.
Yeah, we call them friends too.
Yep.
They're not only business people, but friends.